So this morning, I became victim of armed robbery here in Colombia, Cali, Colombia. Everything is captured on video, so I can show you exactly what happened. But before we look at the video, I want to start by saying this. There is a golden rule here in Colombia, and that rule is called do not show papaya. In other words, do not show anything of value in public. And I know this rule. I've read so many times about this rule, and I've seen so many videos about what can happen if you do not follow this rule. And I even thought about it this morning before I went out, believe it or not. The thing is, when you are in a certain place for many months or even over a year, like me right now, you just feel a little bit too safe and you tend to forget about these rules. And I think that was the main reason why I decided to pull out my phone in public and respond to somebody's message. A stupid mistake, very stupid. I should have just waited 20 more seconds and everything would have been fine. All right, so let's get started. The video is playing back. You can see me. I'm walking my dog here on the other side of the road, and the car is already waiting. The car with the guys inside, they are already there. They already spotted me. Even now, I could have avoided the situation by just crossing the road. And there you can see me on the phone. I'm listening to a voice message or something like that. I put the phone in my pocket, and they start driving, right? This is when they possibly made the decision, okay, we're gonna take this guy's phone. And I also had a small gold chain. So now they start driving a little bit, and I could have crossed this moment. I was just waiting for cars to go by. There's another car, then there's I think even a motorbike coming. Yeah, there it is. And I was like, oh man, I should just cross the street right now. But I didn't, because I thought this blue car is gonna, drive past me. So I was waiting for this car to pass, which of course did not pass, but something else happened. And now, this is the moment when I realized something's fishy here, right? So instead of driving off, they drove towards me, and a few seconds later, two guys jumped out. The guy with the white clothes, he had a big gun. I don't know what gun exactly. Could be even, fake gun. I'm not a gun professional. I've never seen a gun in my life other than, with police. So I didn't know whether or not it was a legit gun. And, in a short period of time, you don't even have the time to evaluate those things. You just do what is necessary in that second. So he has the gun in front of him. He's not pointing it at me. He just holds it in his hands just to show off, like, I got a gun. And then he says, in Spanish, he says, phone. And you can see that if we go back a little bit, the first thing I do is I pull out the phone and I hand it over to him as quickly as possible, because I was going through these situations dozens of times to prepare my mind for it in case something like that ever happens. When you see a gun for the first time in your life, you don't want to freak out. You don't want to scream. You don't want to, do stuff that could scare the other party. So what I did was I went through this situation over and over again. I kept my calm. I pulled out the phone, gave it to him, and then I spread my arms like this, right? I spread my arms so he can take whatever he wants, basically. So this is what you see here. They take stuff. So then when he tried to leave, we had a little problem here because his foot was stuck in the dog leash, right? So he couldn't leave. So we were trying to figure out how to get rid of this damn leash. And once that was fixed, they jumped in and drove off. And I was I was in shock, of course, right? So the first thing I did was ran over to the house, informed the security guard about what happened. He called the police, but police didn't show up for 2 hours. So I decided to call police myself again, and also I was able to locate my iPhone, right? I have found my iPhone activated, and Apple told me that my iPhone was heading towards city center. So I called police and said, look, my phone was stolen. I'm able to track it. Can we go and try to find it? And they said, well, we'll send somebody. Half an hour later, a police officer came and he said, well, sorry, but because your phone is in city center, that's actually not my job. This is not my part of the city that I'm dealing with. So they told me that because the location that the phone is at is a big shopping center, a big mall, that it's very, very unlikely that they will be able to find the phone because they just cannot search every single phone shop. And I do understand that. It's going to be a difficult task to find that phone. I've given up on the phone already. I don't think I'll ever see it again. I'm fine with it. I just wanted to do this quick video to tell you guys this incident has not changed my view about Colombia. I was very well aware of that risk. That risk exists. And when you come here, you are aware of that risk. And you have tools to manage that risk. You manage the risk by following the golden rule, which is not showing anything of value in public. It's very, very important that you keep that in mind. And if you do, I still think you'll have a wonderful, wonderful time in this beautiful country. Just take care of your stuff and don't be as stupid as I was this morning.